Hey, what's happening, everyone? Welcome to the Mission Driven Life podcast. Now, today I'm going to be sharing with you cool things that is something really exciting. Maybe some of you guys may have known, maybe you're just watching the TV and maybe you're watching the basketball game. Did you know the Toronto Raptors, they won their game today? Today is when they won their game. Or actually, fuck, they won the game last night. And I'm so excited. I'm excited for these guys. These guys really kicked butt yesterday. I've been watching them play their game. I've been watching them play, and I was seeing how close it's been, right? For how close it's been for this team to really work hard, to push hard, to get out there, right? And hey, thanks for everyone joining the video. Jose and Sabrina, my good friends here that are tuning in. My friend Ken, because today I want to talk to you about some leadership lessons that I gained from the Toronto Raptors. Part one. I'm going to be doing a part series on this, all right? And I'm excited because, look, things are coming up. And the Toronto Raptors, I felt so proud and I felt so happy when I seen the Toronto Raptors win this game because, dude, this team has been working so hard. They've been going through so much. And people laughed at the Toronto Raptors, you know? I'm a big fan of teams that have a lot of adversity against them and people don't support them. I really support underdogs because I am an underdog. You know, I at one time in my life, a lot of people didn't support me. People still don't. But I know I'm confident that I really tuned in, you know, I really tuned in and I gained so much. So, hey, this is the Mission Driven Life podcast. Drop a comment. Let me know that you're here. I want to know that you're with me into the podcast today because you're going to get some leadership lessons that I prepared just for you, all right? Follow us. Please follow us if you haven't done it already. I'm also looking for a podcast intro. If you know how to make podcast introductions, you know, if you know how to do that, put a comment. Let me know that you know how to put together podcast introductions, like a producer that can make cool sounds and like welcome. You know what I mean? Like I'd love to do that because I'm looking for that. I want something that I could use for the Mission Driven Life podcast. All right, cool. Let's get started. Yeah. If you haven't followed us already, please, you can find the Mission Driven Life podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Breaker, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Radio Public, Overcast, and you can find some of our replays on YouTube. All right, you can find some of our replays on YouTube. Okay, so yo, this is a great place to find it, and this is where I talk about mission. In these podcasts, I like to share, I want to talk to you about mission, what purpose means, what does your purpose mean, and how it shows up for you, right? How does it show up for you and how does it show up for me? And I want to share the missions of leaders in the world, whether that's you, whether that's someone else, maybe that's a leader in your company, in your town, in your business, a leader out in the field, someone who is really passionate, that is clear on their mission, and they are serving the world. Because that's who I want to feature on our podcast. So if you're interested in joining our podcast, send me a friend request or Facebook message, and would love to have you there. All right, let's go. If you're ready for the podcast, let's do this. New episode. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Mission Driven Life podcast. My name is Kevin Padillo, the president of Warrior Leadership and also a proud podcast host. Thank you for being here today. The intention is to share the missions of leaders in the world out into the community. Right? I'm just scared that I'm here to share a message with you, and I want to talk to you about a powerful lesson, and I want to celebrate some of the Toronto Raptors that have been really pushing it lately. You know, they won their game last night. They won the championship, right? They won their first championship. And I'm so happy. In the whole franchise history, this team exploded and they made things happen. Someone help me celebrate these guys, right? Like drop a comment. Let me know that you support the Raptors. All right, Ringo, Patrick, Ken, Sabrina, Jose. If you're watching the video, drop a comment. Let me know that, hey, do you support the Raptors or not? Okay. But before I start this, I wanna introduce to you a place, an upcoming event this August in LA. It's called the Young Warrior Training Adventure. This event will happen in Camp Colby, which is a powerful weekend. It's a 3-day weekend where only men, I'm only looking for men under the age of 35. Under the age of 35, you come here and you will gain some knowledge on understanding about yourself, understanding about your mission, learn about leadership to help you lead confidently in your life. And the biggest thing I think you're going to gain is some self-belief in yourself. Maybe you've been walking around, if you're like me, that walking around in life and you have these beliefs that really stop you from moving forward in your life. Maybe you have some beliefs that are stopping you from getting so much in your life. Maybe you have some things that are holding you back. Maybe you have some anger or sadness or fear emotions that you haven't looked at yet, right? I really encourage you to check this out, to join us on August 23rd to 27th in Los Angeles for the Young Warrior Training Adventure. All right, it's a powerful event, and there's only a couple of reasons why you wouldn't want to do it, right? You don't think it's going to work, and you don't have time, or you don't have the money. There's only 3 reasons why you wouldn't want to attend the Young Warrior Training Adventure. So I think that the training adventure, I'm going to have to research. I think that the membership is $700 US. I think, one sec here. I gotta find the prices. So the full cost of the training to come to the Young Warrior Training Adventure is it's on August 16th to 19th. That is when the weekend is. It's on August 16th to 19th in Camp Colby in Palmdale, California. All right. And this is a Young Warriors Training Adventure where you can go and you can talk about yourself, talk about your feelings. You get a chance to express yourself. You get a chance to discover your inner confidence, your inner warrior, and your inner leader. I swear I've taken the training already and I've gained so much, and it's actually blew my mind up. And this training, the Young Warrior Training Adventure, and sponsored by the MKP, these several weekend trainings, they have helped me understand my mission. And without this training, without this weekend, without this training that I went through, I wouldn't have understood what my mission is of building warrior leadership. I wouldn't have understood what is important to me as a leader, right? So I hope you can make it. I trust you can. If you're interested, send me a message on Facebook. Send me a message or email me at kevin@warriorleadership.ca. Send me an email. Let me know that you're interested and I'll get you down. We only have several spots left, and there's only a couple of reasons why you wouldn't want to do it, right? The first reason is you don't think it's going to work. You don't have money and you don't have time. Now, the first one is, look, if you don't have time, you don't think it's going to work, if you honestly think this weekend is not going to work for you, then you're right. I agree that it's not going to work, but it's only not going to work if you don't take what you learned and you don't put it into action. It's not going to work if you don't show up 100% committed. It's not going to work if you're not ready to make a decision to be a better man. And it's not going to work if you're not ready to really tap into what your full potential is. That's when it's not going to work. Now, the second thing, hey, if you don't have time on August 16th to 19th, it's 3 full-day trainings. You get to stay at this camp. 3 full-day trainings. You don't have time? Look, you don't have time because maybe you don't think it's going to work. Because we all have time, and we all focus our own time on things that are more important to us. I know if you're like me, I spend a lot of time only doing things that are important to me. And I'm willing to say no and set boundaries just so I can make time for myself. So if you really believe this is going to benefit you, then you'll make some time. And if you don't have money, it's all good. We have some scholarships and payment plans. We have some payment plans that you could get into as well. All we need is a $150 deposit or some payment plans and a commitment from you to take action. All right. But that's the Young Warrior Training Adventure on August 16th and 19th. If you're interested, send me a Facebook message or email me at kevin@warriorleadership.ca. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to this. Let's get started on to this to the leadership lessons that I learned from the Toronto Raptors, right? Leadership lessons from the Toronto Raptors. And hey, please subscribe to us. And because the really interesting thing here is that I learned from the Toronto Raptors. These guys are young warriors, right? You know, me, I'm not a master at basketball. I don't know everything about basketball. I'm not an expert in basketball. I don't know, the history of basketball. But I do watch and I do enjoy games because I know me and my dad, we like to watch the game together, right? And we spend time together, we watch the game, we laugh. Sometimes we argue. But, I love watching sports with my family, right? Now, like the big interesting thing, what I learned from the Raptors is there are a couple things that I want to share with you here. Couple key things that I learned myself. And it's also, first it starts with the Raptors are doing what it takes. That's the first lesson that I want to share with you. Yesterday I was watching and I know there was so many fouls, so many outs, people just getting elbowed and hit, right? And I know watching the game, whether it's Siakam, whether that's Steph Curry, whether that's Kawhi Leonard, all these guys on the team are doing what it takes. Whether it's fouling people, they had to foul and they're playing rough, right? Using elbows, bodying each other. And I'll be honest, all these fouls, these guys are willing to do what it takes. That shows how fucking serious these are. Because look, leaders, if you really want something, if you're a leader and you really want something to happen for your people and your team, you're willing to do what it takes, right? These guys are willing to do what it takes. This was the game. This is what the game where it mattered, right? In life, where the Toronto Raptors, they were playing because they wanted to fucking win. Straight up, they wanted to win. Now, maybe in life, look, we don't play in the games. I don't play on a basketball team in life. I have a business, I work a job, and I'm living my own mission, right? I have my own dreams. I don't really want to play in the basketball and the NBA, but I'm willing to do what it takes. I'm playing my own championship in my life. I'm playing my own championship in my life, and I'm willing to do what it takes. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm just lazy, right? But I need to, one thing for me, I know for myself, look, I need to be willing to do what it takes in life to be able to foul and get physical, right? I need to be able to be willing to fight for my mission, be willing to put my life on the line, because that's what it was like, right? That's how urgent it was. That game last night, I only watched for a couple minutes, but I know everyone was intense. It was a very intense moment. People were losing their minds. Steph Curry was throwing the ball at people, but they were willing to do what it takes. Both teams were, whether it's the Golden State Warriors or the Raptors, right? The really interesting second thing I really learned about leadership is working as a team. So how this team worked together, right? How the Toronto's Raptors work together. And it's really interesting is because when it was time to do a jump shot or, a foul, I don't know what kind of shot it was, a free throw. So when it's time to do a free throw, I was really watching the team. So when the Warriors were ready to take a jump shot, I could see how the Toronto Raptors were working. They were surrounding the people that were on the sides. I don't know the proper name for it, but the sides of the game. The sides of the people who are on the side after someone takes a free throw shot. They really squashed him. They surrounded the guy. They boxed him out, right? They bodied him in a way that they prevented him from getting into the middle and getting the ball, because they didn't want to get a rebound. And how they worked is that they would gang up on the person in the middle. So let's say there was two people, right? So let me draw this up.